Now on CoastTV News.
A Laurel Police morning operation, all we know now. Round 2 for a rezoning of a horse farm in Lewes. What new came of the Sussex County Planning and Zoning meeting last night?
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Brandon Ferguson. Welcome to CoastTV News Midday. A large-scale police operation happened this morning in Laurel. On your screen now is the area off of West 8th Street where the operation happened. Police say all personnel are cleared from the area as of 9:20 this morning. Laurel Police say a press release will come out once all parties are processed. The pushback by Cape Henlopen School District over the proposed apartment and business space off of Route 24 in Lewes. The Belmead plans call for 480 rental units and 125,000 square feet of retail space. A response from Cape's Director of Operations, Jason Hale, was reviewed as part of the Planning and Zoning meeting last night on the Belmead Farms LLC plans. With two schools located less than a half-mile from the planned site of this complex, Cape Henlopen gave this response after the first public hearing on the Belmead on March 19th. Here is what Hale wrote, quote, "We respectfully recommend that no additional residential development be approved until a school construction impact fee can be implemented to allow the school district to plan for and accommodate the growth." Hale would further state that Cape is challenged to meet the demands of a growing student population with limited resources. The public comment period on the Belmead plans is open for the next 10 business days, but this is important to note. This new public comment period is only open to comments about the school's response. New this morning, work will continue by the Ocean City Council on its budget for the next fiscal year. And this afternoon, several departments are scheduled to present their proposals. According to the documents issued in advance of the meeting, the Recreation Division is seeking an increase of over $150,000 from the current budget. It's over $158,000 for the Parks Division. In both cases, we are seeing the two biggest jumps in expenses occurring with salary and benefits. Ocean City's new budget must be finalized by July 1st. Budget talks have also been occurring as they have been all week in Ocean City, and we are also covering the town's effort to jumpstart its bus service. According to the Transportation Committee, fewer people have been taking the bus. Reasons being cited are the lack of bus drivers and longer wait times, which is why the Ocean City Council plans to give an extra $1.5 million to the Transportation Committee, with some of that money being used to hire more bus drivers. And according to Town Manager Terry McKean, options include offer signing bonuses and provide additional pay during concert events to attract more staff. Happening today in Ocean City, we could learn more about the Seaside Christian Academy's construction proposal. This afternoon, the Worcester County Planning Commission will look at plans for an athletic center that is over 29,000 square feet. According to the school, the estimated cost of the project is $5 million, and they hope to break ground this summer. We're now going to take a live look into Dover and bring in our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono. And Chris, it's a gloomy day out, but it sure feels good.
Oh yeah, I mean, it feels quite like summer out there today. Even without sunshine, you could see we're a good 22 degrees warmer in Georgetown than where we were at this time 24 hours ago. 13 degrees warmer in Ocean City, and we're about 16 degrees warmer along the eastern shore. So the warm front lifted through the area this morning, and it has meant business. You can see we are in the lower 70s, 73 Salisbury. We're at 72 in Redden, 70 in Rehoboth Beach, and 66 in Bethany. Winds are cracking, though. We're seeing gusts as high as 38 in Salisbury, 29 in Georgetown, and 23 in Bethany Beach. There's the warm front. A few light showers across Kent County. Those have since pushed into South Jersey. Most of the concentrated shower and thunderstorm activity is along this stationary frontal boundary that's producing quite a bit of severe weather out west. Now, we have a warm, windy day on tap. We are watching a minor threat for some isolated severe storms this evening. It's a marginal threat. And then we have this pesky front that's going to kind of stall over the mid-Atlantic through the weekend. And then the weekend will feature more clouds than sun, and then the primary rain activity we're concentrating on will be Sunday night into Monday in the form of quite a strong cold front that's going to drop temperatures a good 20 to 30 degrees as we go into Monday. So plenty of cloud cover throughout the afternoon today. A warm, windy day. We'll track the storm threat this evening, and we'll have a look at that all-important weekend forecast coming up a little bit later on. Brandon.
Thank you, Chris. A big expansion for Delaware's Legislative Hall in Dover now houses an uncertain future. On Wednesday, the Democratic caucus released a joint statement calling for more than $100 million for the project to be put on hold due to rising costs and uncertainty from Washington. There is one part of the expansion that is moving forward, the $33 million three-story parking garage for lawmakers and staff. The money to pay for it was allocated in last year's bond bill. According to city officials in Dover, before it can begin the permitting process, the project's designers need to submit a final site plan. Happening today, Milford area state senators will partner with the Food Bank of Delaware for a donation drive. Organizers say this is in response to a federal cuts from the nation's food bank supplies. The Food Bank of Delaware says the cuts will cancel the delivery of 750,000 pounds of food between April and July, which equates to about 900,000 meals. More than half of the food organization distributed in February came from the USDA's Emergency Food Assistance Program. People can drop off items from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Milford location on Delaware Veterans Boulevard. New this morning, the Delaware Bicycle Council met Wednesday to discuss progress and funding for some transportation projects. Officials say the Georgetown to Lewes Bike Trail project is moving forward, with construction from Fisher to Airport Road set to begin in June 2025. The project is expected to be completed by July 2026, finishing the full trail connection between Georgetown and Lewes.
We are seeing some cloudy skies out there this morning. We are tracking some shower and thunderstorm activity this evening. We'll talk about that coming up in the full 7-day forecast.
One group has provided those to support struggling with addiction. Coast TV News Today is back after this.
Imagine being at the lowest point in your life and having nowhere to go. In this week's Coastal Connections, Brendan Conroy shows us how one man has made it his mission to be the light in people's darkest moments.
Brianna Watkins is vacuuming. This house means a lot to her. It's a recovery home.
I had an addiction to crack cocaine for the longest time.
Brianna is one of the people helped by Christian Grace LLC. The Georgetown organization offers sober living and affordable supportive housing.
I called my mom and I said, look, I can't do this anymore. Like, I have nothing. I have no clothes. I have no vehicle. I have nothing. I don't even have a phone. Like, I was using somebody else's phone.
David Foreman, president of Christian Grace, says he was once an addict himself. He now dedicates his life to making sure others are provided the same help as he once had, including offering work when they need it.
We're giving people a great price because we don't have the crazy overhead. I'm keeping my people working a little bit, and so they're getting paid a fair wage, and whatever's left over defrays the costs of the extra energy and other things that are going on here.
Christian Grace has 4 homes, all in the Georgetown area. One even has a Zen garden. One special thing David told me about helping people in recovery is that whether it's on the job or in their personal lives, it can have a generational effect. They might struggle with addiction through generations, but helping them can help future generations. The future generation is top of mind for Eric Doring, who says he's staying sober for his daughter, Riley.
I love her more than anything in this world. Every day is a struggle for me. I fight demons every single day. It's part of life, man. But having people like David to give me the opportunity to have a chance back at life, I don't know where I would be without being in recovery or a sober living house, because I can't do it on my own.
Helping people recover through work and their personal life. One step at a time.
There's a lot of reward in that.
For this week's Coastal Connections in Sussex County, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Well, gloomy skies are upon us this Thursday morning, and at least it's warm out there. And unfortunately, we're going to see more clouds than sun here over the next 3 to 4 days with kind of intermittent rain chances. We're at 61 right now in Cambridge. Winds are out of the southwest at about 10 miles an hour, and you can see where that front is. 57 Dallas, 81 in Houston, and there is quite a severe outbreak ongoing across the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys. You can see here locally, we're at 73 Delmar, 73 in Seaford, 68 Bethany Beach, and we're at 72 in Milton. You can see winds are out of the southwest, gusting upwards of 38 Salisbury. We're at 29 in Georgetown, and those winds are going to continue to gust upwards of 40 throughout the afternoon. That's why we have the small craft advisories up through 6 a.m. for the Delaware coast through 1 a.m. Friday. Further to the south, Ocean City, Chickateague, and then those run through about 6 o'clock tonight into the Bay side. We had a warm front lifted through the area this morning. A few showers to our north. We're going to stay primarily dry today, but we could see a few isolated showers and storms work into the area this evening. You can see this cold front back off to the west, stalled out. A lot of severe weather across the Tennessee and Ohio valleys. This cold front is eventually going to advance north. So you can see the bullseye for the severe storms is across Arkansas and portions of Tennessee and Kentucky and southern Indiana. We are kind of on the northern periphery of this threat, but we can't rule out an isolated damaging wind threat this evening and even an isolated tornado, but most of that is going to be to our west. Well, we updated the drought monitor today. Abnormally dry throughout much of Sussex County, so that is good news. Moderate from Milford on northward. And you can see rain chances tomorrow night, scattered variety, but the better chance of rain comes Sunday night into Monday with a strong cold front. We're in the cloud cover today with highs reaching the upper 70s. You can see those winds, I said, gusting upwards of 41 miles an hour. Now, Futurecast shows a few scattered showers this evening. Nothing all that heavy. I think most of the heavy activity stays off to the north, and we see a few scattered showers into tomorrow morning and then tomorrow night. Tomorrow, not a washout, but another gloomy day. We start the weekend off with a few scattered showers. Again, the weekend, not a complete washout. We have this stalled front kind of meandering over the area. A few scattered showers early Saturday. Most of the day is dry and mild. We're up to 81 on Sunday ahead of that strong cold front. We could see around some moderate to heavier rain Sunday night into early Monday. And then behind that, yeah, it's going to feel like winter as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. You can see the Climate Prediction Center. We may see some freeze warnings come Tuesday morning. We're at 79 today, a cloudy day with warm and breezy conditions. That isolated storm threat this evening, 62, and then we're at 71 tomorrow. A few showers in the morning. Otherwise, most of the day is cloudy with another shot of some scattered showers by Friday evening. Your 7-day forecast shows a mild weekend. Unsettled, not a complete washout. We have morning showers Monday, and then we drop down into the lower 30s come Tuesday morning.
Thank you, Chris. The men's Final Four kicks off this weekend. It's all #1 seed affair. It will be Auburn will take on Florida, and Duke will face Houston. This year marks the first time all of the top seeds made the Final Four since 2008. More than 100,000 visitors are expected to be in San Antonio for the Final Four, and that's on top of the locals that are also going and will be engaging in all of the activities. Saturday's matchup features Florida against Auburn, then followed by Houston against Duke. And coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 6:30 p.m., it's Sussex Tech at Cape Penelope in girls soccer. Then at 10:30, tune in to the final score. Over on DSN Plus, you can get the Sussex Tech Cape game plus these exclusives. At 4 p.m., it's boys lacrosse at Parkside, and it's CSD also at the two girls soccer games with Laurel at Delmar and Indian River at Seaford. Then at 6:15 p.m., more boys lacrosse when Worcester Prep faces Caravel Academy. Trump's tariffs, how they're going to affect the car-making industry next. President Trump's new auto tariffs are officially in effect. It's a 25% tariff on all cars shipped to the United States from other countries. And the Trump administration says the goal of the tariffs is to create additional auto jobs by forcing automakers to shift production to America, Mexico, Canada, South Korea, Japan, and Germany. Those will be the countries most affected by these tariffs. The administration also plans to roll out a 25% tariff on auto parts imported by May 3rd. Thousands of previously fired employees at the IRS will be back on the job full-time in about 2 weeks, according to an email sent Wednesday. This will affect roughly 7,000 employees who were fired by the Trump administration in February. They were reinstated by judges last month, but were quickly placed on paid administrative leave when they returned. The email states they are still on paid leave, but will be back on the job full-time by April 14th. Coast TV News Midday is back after this break. On Wednesday, a powerful storm system has generated several tornadoes across Arkansas. Cell phone video captured a massive tornado sweeping across the landscape near Lunsford. It's unclear the extent of the damage there. It was part of the tense night in the Midwest. Dozens of tornado warnings were in effect from Texas to Ohio, and thousands are without power in Arkansas.
Yeah, they're going to deal with more severe weather there today. Now, we have our fair share of some severe weather, potentially today, isolated, not quite at that level. We have a marginal risk, 1 out of 5, with strong winds being the primary effect. Daryl Struve of Frankfort, Delaware, you're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella. We'll take a look at that 10-day forecast when Coast TV News Midday continues. You can get your latest forecast by dialing our First Alert weather phone, and your 10-day shows a chance of a gusty thunderstorm tonight. We stay rather unsettled with a stalled out front, but pretty mild Friday through Sunday with a better chance of some heavier rain Sunday into Monday, and then temperatures take a big plunge back into the 50s with overnight lows in the 30s come Tuesday morning.
Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us later for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Have a great day.